Florida twin brothers arrested on allegations of long-term child abuse. In a case that has captured public attention, twin brothers in Florida are facing grave accusations of child sexual abuse alleged to have spanned several years. Law enforcement agencies are investigating the matter, which could have far-reaching implications if the allegations are substantiated. On January 14th, Washington County Sheriff's Office arrested 67-year-old twin brothers Donald Ray Hawkins and Ronald G. Hawkins following an extensive investigation.
As you know, Jesse, there's a lot of really interesting things that happen in these cases, and I've fictionalized them a little bit to protect the actual parties, but I've incorporated that into these stories.
The charges against the brothers stem from alleged abuse involving children under the age of 12. Donald Hawkins, a resident of Cottondale, Florida, is charged with sexual assault involving a child under 12, while Ronald Hawkins, residing in Merritt Island, faces charges of lewd and lascivious behavior involving a child under 12. Ronald Hawkins is currently awaiting extradition to Washington County, where both brothers are expected to face legal proceedings. To protect the privacy of the alleged victims, law enforcement officials have withheld specific details about the incidents. However, the seriousness of the charges indicates the weight of the evidence collected thus far. Case origins and investigative developments. The investigation began on December 16th when a concerned individual contacted authorities seeking information about the statute of limitations for reporting historical abuse. The individual disclosed that someone had confided in them about being abused while staying at the Hawkins brothers' home. This prompted law enforcement to conduct a forensic interview, which unveiled multiple allegations of abuse. Among the troubling allegations is a claim that a child was coerced into a sexual act in exchange for a cookie, highlighting the manipulation and exploitation involved in the case. Officials believe there may be additional victims and are actively encouraging those with information to come forward. Washington County authorities are employing a victim-centered approach to their investigation, ensuring that the well-being and privacy of the individuals involved remain a priority. They have emphasized the availability of anonymous reporting avenues for those who may have pertinent information. Legal and psychological context. Dan Shore, a former prosecutor with extensive experience in investigating sexual misconduct cases, commented on the complexities of such cases. Shore noted that victims of abuse often face emotional and psychological hurdles that delay reporting. Victims frequently struggle with fear, self-blame, and uncertainty about whether they will be believed. These factors can result in significant delays in reporting abuse, sometimes spanning decades. Cases involving family members or close acquaintances can be particularly challenging, as victims may fear retaliation or feel conflicted about implicating someone they know. The case is further complicated by its unique dynamic involving twin brothers. Shore described this as a highly unusual and deeply disturbing element that adds complexity to the investigation and legal proceedings. Statutes of limitations, which historically created barriers to prosecuting cases of historical abuse, have been revised in many states, including Florida. These changes aim to give survivors more time to report abuse, recognizing the long-term effects of trauma and the time it can take for individuals to come forward. Prior allegations against the Hawkins brothers. This is not the first time the Hawkins brothers have faced legal scrutiny. Ronald Hawkins was previously arrested in 2017 on charges of lewd and lascivious conduct involving a minor. That case resulted in a reduced charge of battery, and Ronald served probation. Donald Hawkins also has a criminal history, including a 2005 conviction for felony battery. Law enforcement officials have indicated that these prior incidents will likely be examined as part of the current investigation. Patterns of behavior, particularly in cases involving repeat allegations, are often used to establish credibility and context in court proceedings, potential consequences, and broader implications. If the allegations against the brothers are proven, they could face severe penalties, including the possibility of life imprisonment. Legal experts have noted that cases involving allegations of abuse against children under 12 are treated with the utmost seriousness, often resulting in lengthy sentences if the accused are found guilty. The Washington County Sheriff's Office has made a public appeal for information, urging anyone who may have been affected or who has knowledge of the case to come forward. They have assured the public that all reports will be handled with sensitivity and confidentiality. Beyond the legal ramifications for the accused, this case underscores the importance of creating environments where victims feel safe and supported in reporting abuse. Advocates emphasize the need for open dialogue about abuse prevention and the availability of resources for survivors. Expert perspectives on prevention and early intervention. Experts in child abuse prevention stress the critical importance of early intervention and education in mitigating the long-term impact of abuse. Programs that teach children about boundaries and encourage open communication with trusted adults can play a vital role in identifying and addressing abuse at an early stage. Shore highlighted the dangers of unchecked patterns of abuse, stating, "When abusive behavior is not identified and addressed early, it tends to escalate." Cases like this highlight the need for vigilant oversight, timely intervention, and robust support systems for victims. The path forward: legal proceedings and community response. As the legal process moves forward, the focus remains on ensuring justice is served while upholding the rights of all parties involved. The presumption of innocence applies to the accused until proven guilty in a court of law. Simultaneously, the privacy and dignity of the victims must be protected throughout the proceedings. The Washington County community has rallied around the case